G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, no, I got the same cameraman that they use in Thomas Frank's press conferences. Hang on, there we go. Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all well out there, folks. And yeah, it was a good conference by Frank. The best bit though was the cameraman. Like, he's got one job, pointing the camera at who's speaking. It's not that tricky. There's only two people up there, Thomas Frank and Mohamed Kudus. And there was a moment where Thomas Frank was answering a question and the camera was focused on Kudus, and it just looked like it was an uncomfortable amount of time as well. And it just looked like Kudus, because he was reacting to what Frank was saying, it was like he was having an internal monologue, but with Thomas Frank's voice.
Good performances.
Before the camera slowly inched back towards Frank, and then it was the same the other way around. But I didn't know that when Kudus thinks, he's thinking with the voice of Thomas Frank. That's how much the coach has got into our players' brains. What happened in the press conference today? Well, the subject of, the first question, because they were told only two questions, the sneaky, oily journalist tried to do two questions in one, and Frank spotted it straight away. He was right up him. There's your two questions, and the journalist tried to laugh it off. But first off, I suppose, was team news. Destiny's out until January with a hammy. Unlucky Destiny, get well soon. The rest is as usual. We've got a few players out. And then the subject of Yves Bissouma came up, and I haven't given you my 2 cents on the Yves Bissouma situation. Now, the bottom line is, if the club, and we know Ange did beforehand and Frank has done it out, have said no balloons for you, Yves, or at least don't get fucking caught, and he got caught, well, there's got to be some sanctions, isn't there? You know, there's got to be some sort of thing. And reports are that Yves has taken all his all references to Tottenham Hotspur off his social media stuff, which I don't know if that bloody well means anything. So I get that. That's all fine. You know, they set the boundaries and expected behaviour for players, and if you breach it, there's got to be a consequence. What that is, who knows? But like, morally, fuck's sake, people, you know, I feel sorry for him. You know, there's this moral crusade, and I've seen it. There's been this moral crusade by oily, the lowest gutter trash rags of all, the Sun newspaper, about nitrous oxide. Now, I'm not saying it's not harmful or anything like that, but fuck's sake, if you're getting your morals off the Sun, i.e. if it's legal, it's moral, if it's illegal, it's immoral, you're a fucking idiot. Bear in mind, the Sun newspaper only stopped publishing women's tits in 2015, a whole 10 years ago. And to give them credit, they stopped publishing 16-year-old topless girls when the age of consent laws changed. Oh yeah, but it was legal, wouldn't it? Don't make it fucking right. So if you are one of these people that takes your moral compass from the law, what politicians decide, and what scumbag rags like the Sun, I don't know if this channel's for you. Now, I don't get any moral crusades myself. I'm fully stop the boats, except the boats I'm on about are not the ones with Abdul from Somalia. They're these fucking boats. Stop these boats. This is where your problem is, people. But look, it sounds to me like a bit of a setup, to be honest. I think he was stupid for getting caught out in it, but look, sounds like he was texting a woman late at night. You know, I mean, he's a fine young athlete. I don't know what she's like, but I'm sure there was manoeuvres to get jiggy with it, because I don't know if moral people out there know. The reason why there's 8 billion people in the world is we quite like shagging. So that was going on, and at some stage, Yves decided to impress, you know, maybe get the deal over the line by whipping out his balloon. Now, we don't know, was she asking him? You know, obviously he had it already. Maybe she was asking him, blah, 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 blah. And of course, poor old Yves might have had a bit of pussy brain, a bit of pitchka affliction, and did what he thought was necessary. Poor guy. And what does she do? Sends it straight to the Sun newspaper with moral indignation. I can't believe he's done this, especially after what happened last year with him. Get thee to a fucking nunnery. Bloody hell. So yeah, look, he did the wrong thing. I think he's a dumb twat for getting caught, but I feel sorry for him. And I like the guy. I like Yves Bissouma, and the way, if he's not going to be playing for Spurs again, I'll remember him as the guy who helped us win the Europa League last year. That's how I'm going to remember Yves. It was a bit of an up and down career, but there are some real high moments in there, and our run up to the final and the game against Man United, Yves Bissouma was brilliant. So I don't have any problem with him, and if the club sort it all out and he promises, you know, don't get caught again, for fuck's sake, and he's back in the team. The main thing is, look, I want him to recover from his injury, no matter what his future, you know, who he's playing for. You know, get a recovery done, get fit again, and you know, have a happy old life. But I've got nothing but best wishes for Yves Bissouma. So there we go. That was that. What else was there talked about? Not a lot really. I'm just looking forward to the bloody game tomorrow morning. Oh, now we're gonna have a watch along. 7 o'clock kick-off in the morning here, which is a lovely time. I'm working my arse off at the moment, so just in case I feel like having a day off after the game, I'll be able to do so. Yeah, 7 o'clock. So I'll be going live at about 6:30 a.m. The road to 5. We've got 4 European titles. This is number 5. It's the road to 5. Hotspur Hippie Channel, half an hour beforehand. Look, I'm going to have fun, even if we're 4-0 down. I'm not going to start throwing my dummies out like some fucking toddler or anything like that. I'm going to enjoy the game. And the spectacle is, of course, I think we're going to win 4-0, so I'm not too worried about that side of it. Now, I'm excited about this week, later on this week, is because the tickets for Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur versus Sydney FC, probably, I'm guessing it's the Olympic Park Stadium, Sydney Olympic Stadium, they're going on sale on Friday, so I'm going to be logging on straight on and getting myself some of those tickets. It's only about 10-15 minutes drive from where I live, so that's fantastic. Thanks Spurs, at last. I don't know if this was some sort of pre-contractual thing you had with Ange to make sure you came back to Australia because you thought he'd be here for 3 or 4 years. That didn't happen, but it's good to have him back out. If anyone at Spurs wants the biggest Tottenham Hotspur channel in Australia, in the whole fucking continent, is little old me to be a bit more involved, you know, instead of one of these YouTubers that just slag off the fucking team all the time and put up videos of social media of shit happening on the pitch to make us look bad. I'm your guy. But yeah, tomorrow morning, I can't wait. Slavia Prague, unknown quantity to me. So I'm not going to, you know, say they're shit or put them down because they come from Czechoslovakia or whatever. Who knows, man? It's a European tie. You can never know what goes on in these games. Cup tie. I mean, it is in essence a cup tie, isn't it? It's getting towards the pointy end of the first 8 games where, you know, we got 3 games left, and really any team in the table can get at least through to the playoffs. Some can get through to the straight through to the round of 16 straight off. So every team is going to be going hard in this for these 3 games, and it's going to be a real festival of football as far as I'm concerned. If we get the 3 points, probably means that we're not quite, but almost through at least to the playoffs, which would be great. And if we win 3 of our last 3 games, we'll probably be in the top 8, but long way down the track. Was there anything else? I think that was it. I'm going to go and enjoy some more of the thoughts of Kudus with Thomas Frank's voice. Till next time, I'll say peace and love, man. Peace and love, and come on, you Spurs.